We are holy, holy, holy. We are. I am open. I am open. I am open. I am open to receive the love in you and me. I am open. I am open. I am open. I am open to receive the love in you and me. Let's do that one again. I think I need it. I am open. I am open. There we are. I am open. I am open. I am open to receive the love in you and me. I am open. I am open. I am open to receive the love in you and me. Let's know it for each other. You are open to receive. You are open. You are open. You are open to receive the love in you and me. You are open. I know you are open, yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Parker.
Woo!
I'm David Howard, and I have the privilege of serving as the minister here. If I haven't met you yet, I hope to meet you after service. If you are new to us, I want you to know that you are welcome here, no matter where you are, who you are on your spiritual path, you are welcome here, and we embrace you in love. And speaking of our embracing, let's read our mission and vision statements together. Our vision is, we are a vibrant, nurturing, loving community, welcoming and inspiring all on their spiritual path. And our mission is, we foster the experience of oneness, peace, love, and joy through inspiring Sunday services, classes, workshops, and loving service to our community. So a couple of things I want to let you know about. The women's ministry is meeting today right after service. So if you would like to stay and be a part of that, please feel free to do that. And the women's ministry is going to be having a high tea in December 7th. At English Tea Leaves on Main Street in Parker from 11 to 1:30. So you can sign up on the website. If you have any questions about that, you can talk to, Pam or Kathleen back there or Jeanette over here. So if you have any questions about that, please let them know. Yeah, I heard it was a great event last year, so I know you don't want to miss it this year if you weren't able to be there last year. So please sign up for that. February. This is November, not February. November is our month of gratitude, celebrating our abundance. And a part of that, we do a pledge drive in November. And we ask that you consider what you are willing and able to commit financially to CSL Parker for the coming year. It helps us to plan. It helps the board to set the budget. And if you are willing, again, there's no obligation, but if you are willing to complete one of these cards and return it to us, that would be greatly appreciated.
How do you return it to?
Good question.
In the basket.
In the basket.
Or see Bob Duvall.
Bob Duvall, our treasurer here, or put it in the basket and they will be collected. Thank you, Jennifer, for that. Again, I mentioned it last week for those of you who were here, but I would just invite you to prayerfully consider that. We know that we are in the flow of love always, and that there are many expressions of that love. And our financial good is simply just one expression of the love that we have, and the love that we receive, and the love that we share. And so I invite you to consider that as you are prayerfully considering what to give to the center for next year, knowing that we are hoping to eventually, soon, have our own space, and we know that it will take, well, I don't know that it will take a lot more money. Who knows? It may not. But, so hold that in your heart, hold that in your vision for us as well, and know that we want to grow and expand, and so whatever you're willing and able to contribute would be greatly appreciated. Next Sunday is Thanksgiving Sunday, so as you see, we did not have our usual potluck today, but next Sunday will be our thanks sharing event, and I want to ask Jennifer to come up and share a little bit more about that.
Hello, good morning. And I think next Sunday is just going to be a great opportunity for us to get together in love and share something a little different. Maybe we're not having the traditional turkey and all the fixings because that Thursday, for many of us, are going to have the same meal. So we thought this time we would share chili or soups or stews, cornbread, desserts. And if you know of any Native American dishes that you might want to share and bring that, I plan to bring bison meatballs. So something kind of different. Never tried them, but it sounds like an interesting recipe. So please do that. And if you want to bring crock pots to put them in, there's different outlets around on pillars and so on. We probably aren't going to have enough at the table, but if you bring them in crock pots, there's also outlets in the kitchen as well. And finally, if you want to bring a container to take home, maybe some leftovers, if there are any, to share maybe with a neighbor or a friend who could use a meal. So passing that along.
Thank you, Jennifer. Sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Yay!
Right. Our altar today, Carolyn Richardson created our altar today. Thank you, Carolyn, for the beautiful altar. And there is one addition to our altar. If you see this beautiful, handy artwork here today, our practitioners had a retreat Friday evening and Saturday at the Bennett Hill Monastery. And we created this together. Dr. Patty Lukenbach was a facilitator, and she asked us to create this. And the way it was created, she created the trunk of the tree and the roots here in the tree, and then each of us was asked to put our hands in some paint and create the branches of the tree. And so it is a creation of love and commitment from our practitioners, our core group who are here to be the ecclesiastical arm of our center and to serve each and every one of us through prayer and consciousness. And so I would just invite all of the practitioners who are here today just to come up for a minute so we can acknowledge you and your commitment and to leadership in this community. And not all of our practitioners are here today. We are blessed in this community to have, I think, 14 or 15 practitioners in our community. And it is a lifetime commitment. As we talked about, it is not something that you do on Sunday morning. It is a life commitment and a way of living that these practitioners commit to. And so let's just honor our practitioners, give them a hand, give them a heart, and thank you for your commitment. And know that they are here to pray with you, to hold consciousness with you. And if you haven't experienced that before, it's not a beseeching prayer that they will do with you, that it's a knowing. They come together and knowing your truth and helping you to remember your truth and to claim your power. And so that is what our practitioners are about. And so, again, thank you for your commitment to this center. And I believe Dr. Vern has an announcement he would like to make.
Good morning. Hope the light isn't reflecting off of my halo too much for any of you. Jeez. Well, you know, if you can't have fun, what's the sense of it, any of it? I want to, last week I really went way overboard to explain about this workshop that I'm offering on December 14th, which is a Saturday. And this center has meant a lot to me for a long time, and I get fed spiritually here very much. And so what I decided to do was give back to this community. So this workshop will be no cost to anyone. And it's the title of it is Faith and Trust. And many of us struggle with faith, especially when things don't go the way we want them to, right? And so I've been open to receive some very important, I think, downloads from my spirit about faith, and I got a whole different interpretation of faith out of this, and I'm excited to share it with all of you. Now, here's the change that I mentioned last week. I won't say what I said last week, because then you'll lock that in. No. We are so excited that we're going to have this workshop on Saturday, December the 14th, from 11:15 a.m. until 1:15. Now, the doors open at 11. We're going to have a speedy setup and be ready to go by 11:15. And it is at, what's the name of your rec center? Creekside Rec Center. It is where we hold our annual picnic. So just think fried chicken and whatever else you want to think about. But I promise you it'll be a very challenging and enriching experience, because I think we're going to go where we've not gone before. So I invite you as the guest of CSO Parker. Thank you.
Ruth Berg is our practitioner for today. She's going to share a reading and a prayer with us. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you. Good morning. So our theme this month is gratitude. So I have a little reading here about gratitude from Conversations with God. I don't know if you're familiar. It's Neil Donald Walsh. And this is what he has to say about gratitude. When you thank God in advance for that which you choose to experience, you, in effect, acknowledge that it is already there in effect. Thankfulness is thus the most powerful statement to God. It is an affirmation that even before you ask has been answered. The best affirmation is a statement of gratitude and appreciation. It must come from a place of true knowing and with an awareness that the results have already been produced. The place of knowing is a place of intense and incredible gratitude. It is a thankfulness in advance, and that perhaps is the biggest key to creation, to be grateful before and for the creation. Such taking for granted is not only condoned, but encouraged. It is the sure sign of mastery. All masteries in advance know that the deed has already been done. Jesus thanked God in advance before every miracle for its deliverance. It never occurred to him not to be grateful, because it never occurred to him that what he declared would be so. When you pray for something you want, that prayer is coming from a place of lack. When you say you want a thing, it only works to produce that precise experience, wanting. So the correct prayer is therefore never a prayer of supplication, but a prayer of gratitude. Never supplicate, always appreciate. So will you join me in prayer? Mother, Father, God, I stand here in this holy place with a heart full of gratitude. It is full of gratitude for the love that is in this space and for every single soul who is here. And it reaches out in gratitude for every soul out there. For I appreciate and accept with an open heart every soul. I bless each and every one of you and every one of them who all are here and everyone who's not here. I am grateful for this knowing of intense gratitude for the love that is shared with me and for the love that I share with others. For I know it ripples outward and affects the community as a whole. The love ripples are the vibration that come from my heart outward, knowing that I am open to receive all the love, all the goodness, all of the blessings, all of the peace, gratitude, grace, all of it. I am open to it. And I know this peace, grace, and blessing for every person here. So for this day and for this life, I am so grateful. I am showered in love by my family, by my friends, and I share that love with all that I come in contact with. And I send it across the seas to my loved ones there and everyone here. I'm grateful. So for this prayer and for this knowing and for this deep relationship I have with my God, I say thank you. And then I release it and I let it go, knowing that the law has already taken these words and have already created a beautiful experience for this service and for this day and for this time of great thanks. Join me in grounding this by saying, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. Well, I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
So as we stop and take a breath, and as we sing the lyrics of the song and affirm that gratitude is all around us, as we understand this field of love, this field of energy in which we live and move and have our being, that we exist in this field of light and love and gratitude, as gratitude arises within us as we recognize that we live and move and have our being as that divine light, that divine love. As we awaken to the reality that that divine love and that divine light has its life in and through and as each of us. And as we surrender into the awareness of that, we allow that awareness to arise within our hearts, within our being, within our solar plexus, within our minds. Within every aspect of our being, we allow that awareness to arise, to come alive and awake as the very energy, the very essence of that which we are. And as we surrender into that light, that love, that is the very essence of that which each of us is, we experience that great fullness of spirit, the great fullness of life itself, living itself, breathing itself, awakening unto itself through our conscious awareness. And in that awareness, we awaken and we experience gratitude. And that gratitude, the energy, the consciousness of gratitude extends to the right of us, to the left of us, above us, below us, in front of us, behind us, within us. And we live and we move and we have our being in that field of gratitude. We experience gratitude as the felt experience of awakening to that which we truly are. And so that gratitude arises and moves out from us into the world. And that energy of gratitude lifts all into a higher awareness of truth. We claim it. We know it is so. As the reading said, we know it is so, and we give thanks for that knowing that our consciousness affects the whole. Our consciousness of gratitude affects all of creation. And so we surrender into it. And as we take just a short time in silence of our own hearts and minds, I invite you to awaken more fully and completely to love, to gratefulness, and to the vibration of gratitude extending out. And take a deep breath. I want to invite you to stand and let's sing the song again. And really just, as you move your arms and hands, feel gratitude, just the energy moving through you. And allow that movement to come from your heart. Gratitude all around me.
Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
And let's really close this prayer by saying clearly, thank you. Thank you. And so it is.
Thank you. and all I feel is all because of you. And all I reap is all I sow, and love is our living proof. Well, I thank you for life, my life. I thank you for everything, every last thing. I stand here in grace and gratitude. I thank you in grace and gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Alan. What a beautiful song. Some of you probably know Olivia Newton-John co-wrote that song and recorded it during her cancer journey, her first cancer journey. Of course, now she has since made her transition, but just the idea of being in that place of moving through that and being able to connect with that lyric and the song and feel the gratitude and the grace of all of that. It's pretty powerful. And Jay and I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago to go to Texas. And we did the Texas tour, Austin and Marble Falls and San Antonio and Dallas and Fort Worth, and did a lot of traveling around. And we had great experiences, really, with family and friends. We saw lots of family, lots of friends, and it was a wonderful experience of connection. But I'll tell you, one of the most powerful experiences I had, and I think I could speak from both of us, is I didn't really expect that. Yeah. We had the opportunity to connect with a dear friend of ours that we've known for many years, and I can't even remember exactly how we got to know her, but we know her dearly, dear heart connection with her, and she was this beautiful musician and composer, and this amazing intuitive cellist. And she played with many musicians in their concerts over the years and recorded with many recording artists over the years. And she even blessed me by playing with me on a couple of times when I got to sing at different places. And so it was just a beautiful, and she was amazing. She is an amazing person and creator. And I guess about a year ago, she had a catastrophic stroke. And she lost speech, and she lost the use of the left side of her body. And she has been in a recovery center for quite a while. And this was the first time that we had gotten a chance to see her since then, and to be with her. And we let her know that we were coming, and she was at the front of the lobby waiting for us in her wheelchair. And when we walked in, there was just this huge smile that came across her face. And she reached up and was hugging us. And she's relearning how to talk as well. And so but we had the opportunity to spend some time with her, and she said one of the most frustrating things for her is that she can still hear the music from the ethers. She still connects with the music, but she doesn't really have a way to put that out into the world, and that's one of her most frustrating things. But what I want to share with you about that experience for me, it was just, it was so inspiring for me to be with her, because she was in this place. I'm sure she has her hard days, but she really was expressing such gratitude. And it's like she was expressing, by the grace of God, I'm here. I'm alive. And I'm grateful that I'm alive. And I'm grateful for this place that I'm in. And I'm grateful for all the friends that are here to support me. And I'm grateful for the people that work in this place who support me and encourage me. And she was in this place of, such great grace and gratitude in this place. And of course, I just wanted to break down crying right there, and experiencing her love and energy and just the gratitude that she was expressing. And so as I think about this idea of grace and gratitude, I was reminded with her and other things that I've been contemplating and meditating about and journaling about this week, that Adyashanti, who is a Zen Buddhist, many of you know his writing, he wrote a book called Falling into Grace. And he tells a story in there about Ram Dass, who also had experienced a stroke many years ago, and how he talked about that stroke as fierce grace. And the idea that grace from that perspective, he called it grace because grace from that perspective is anything in our lives that helps us to awaken, that assists us in awakening to our truth or reawakening to love, I would say. I talked about gratitude last week as that felt experience that arises within us when we awaken to God, when we awaken consciously to the divine or to love. And gratitude arises from that. And what if this idea that we talk about as grace is really a gift? Ernest Holmes in Science of Mind in the glossary says that grace is, I can find it, grace is the givingness of spirit to its creation. It's not a special law, but a specialized one. In other words, grace is, but we need to recognize it is not something God imposed upon us, but is the logical result of a correct relationship to the Spirit. So what if grace is that energy that is truly an expression of love of the Creator, giving of itself, always giving of itself to us, and saying unto ourselves, if we're willing to recognize it, this is here to help you to remember who you truly are, even though it may feel horrible, even though it may look to us as something totally other than that. Even though it may show up as cancer, maybe it show up as a stroke, maybe it show up as illness or a loss of a loved one or whatever that might be for us, if it shows up for us, we have the opportunity to recognize it. Yes, we move through it, but recognize it as a gift. And I know it's easy for me to stand here today and say that, because I'm not experiencing cancer. I didn't have a stroke. I haven't experienced anything like that. And the things that I have experienced in my life, I've had enough space from that right now to be able to look back and say, wow, was that grace that was showing up in my life through that painful, horrible experience? Can I look back on that and say, can I recognize that grace was there active in my life and was helping me? If I recognize it, I can use it to awaken. can use it to awaken to a deeper sense of who I truly am. So what if grace is this energy that is the expression of divine love? What if that's what it is? And what if this grace energy holds for us our highest potential for awakening, and nurtures that highest potential for awakening? And as we acknowledge it, as Holmes says, as we recognize it and accept it, then it helps us to awaken. I had this idea as I was meditating on it. What if grace is the Divine Mother? What if grace is the name of the Divine Mother? And we are those teenagers. We are the teenagers that say to the Divine Mother, "Oh no, you don't know anything." Have you ever experienced a teenager that gets to that place of, "You don't know anything, I know everything." Right? "I hate you. You're a horrible parent. You don't let me do what I want to do." Anybody ever experienced that? Or anybody ever been there? Yeah? And so we look to, well, my friends know more than you do, or the world, and it's sort of like the prodigal child who goes out in search of themselves, and doing the things out in the world to try to find themselves. But what if grace is a Divine Mother that is always just guiding us and directing us and bringing us back with love and care and nurturing and kindness to the truth of us? But we are resisting it. What if, instead of being those rebellious teenagers who want it our way, who think it should always be our way, what if we decide to grow up? No, yeah. No, I don't want to grow up. Waking up. I love that idea. I think it was Father Richard Rohr is who I heard from at first, but I think he got it from Integral Theory. I can't think of his name. Ken Wilber. This idea of waking up is important for us. We have to wake up to the truth of us, but the next step of that also is growing up. Waking up and growing up. And so are we willing to grow into the awareness that there is this guide, whatever we call it? I like calling it grace. I like that idea that, there's grace always active in my life. Always active in my life if I'm willing to recognize it, if I'm willing to pay attention to it. And am I willing to allow that grace to help me awaken to love, the love that I am? And as we awaken to love, we awaken to the power that is within us. Sometimes we think about grace as a gift of God that we don't really deserve. I think that's what I learned in Christianity. There's a gift of God that I'll never deserve. Well, I like to look at it as a gift of the divine that is there to help me know my power, to know my truth. So how do I align to that? If I'm in that resistance of that teenager that says, "Just leave me alone." What if instead I could just surrender? We're grown-ups, aren't we? Aren't we? Sorta, kinda. We grow up to that idea that we don't know everything. The older I get, the more I know I don't know, right? So I don't know everything. Can I be in a place of surrender? Or yielding to that energy that is always moving. As Holmes said, grace is the givingness of spirit to its creation. What if, instead of being that willful teenager, I could say, as Jesus said, "Not my will, but a higher will be done"? Can I just let go of what I think things should be and know and surrender and let go? I don't know everything. And I get to rely upon that inner guidance that we can call grace to guide us to what is next, what is our highest unfolding, even though it may be painful on the outer. And sometimes it is. Can we trust? That was a big word for me in the last class that I took with Dr. Verne. First of all, it was trust. And I'll tell you, I bought this ring at the monastery when we were there on the board retreat a month or so ago. And it moves around, and it says, "Trust God." And so I recognize it's good for me because I can sit in meditation and I can just twirl this little band and I can remind myself to trust God, trust the divine, trust the flow. As I read earlier, from somebody, I've forgotten where I read it, but it says, "Trust as though you would the sun to rise." Trust as though you would the sun to rise. So trust. So surrender into the flow and allow and then trust the flow. You know, I'm reminded of that little song, "Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream." So can we trust the flow? Not resist the flow, but just allow ourselves to row down the stream of life without struggle. Trust the flow and allow everything to be. Woo, that's tough, isn't it? That's tough sometimes, isn't it? When things aren't going our way. You know, I think some people are experiencing a lot of that right now. Things did not go my way. So can we allow? Because we really going back to surrender. I don't know. I don't know everything. Can I trust? And can I just allow things to be right here, right now, in this moment? And then we can just hopefully rest. Rest. Rest in the flow, rest in the grace of the divine that is moving in us and through us and at us. And know, and as we are aligned to that, as we attune to that, can we then be awakened to the power of that divine love, that divine energy that lives and moves and has its being in and through and as each of us individually, beautifully, wonderfully, creatively. And it shows up for us differently, all of us. But what if the universe really is on our side? What if the universe really is showing up every moment of every day to say, wake up, wake up, wake up to your power, wake up to your truth, wake up to the divine that you are. And don't go back to sleep. So if we could really look at life from that perspective, that grace is always active in my life. Grace is always guiding me, directing me, helping me to wake up. And I look at every aspect of my life from that perspective. What else would I experience except gratitude? In everything, Scripture says, Paul says, in everything give thanks. Not for everything, right? But in everything. And can we give thanks not for cancer, not for a stroke, not for things that appear in that way, but can we find a place of remembering that we live in this state of constant grace and that the universe is on our side. God is always there in and through everything. Everything. Even though we may not see it through these human eyes. What if grace is a shift in perspective? And we see through the eyes of love everything. And then we allow that gratefulness and gratitude to arise within us. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little bit of space from the event to find that. But our opportunity is to truly awaken. And I think it's calling us. What if grace is calling us home every moment of every day, calling us back to the remembrance of who we really are? And calling us to every person, every experience that is only there to help us wake up. You think? Possible? Sure. Oh, sure. Yeah. So I just invite you to play with that with this week as you're moving about in your day, the things that show up in your life. Can you call upon the grace to change your perspective, to surrender, to trust, to allow everything to be, and not struggle so much against life? Because that's where the suffering happens. So let's take a moment and breathe into the awareness that grace is here now present. Grace is here guiding us, moving us, directing us, nurturing us. And it may be a challenge in this moment for whatever you might be going through in your life. And so we recognize that, we understand that. There may be challenging experiences showing up in your life. And so we be with you in that, we sit with you in that, we honor that for you. Never asking to make that leap between what is happening in this moment and this wonderful idea of gratitude. But to be present and to open and to reclaim as in every moment as possible, as much as possible, the power of God, the power of Goddess, the power of the divine that you are. That you are the light and the love and the power and the presence of the divine. And know that in every situation, there is truth, there is God, there is source, there is life, there is the universe showing up, revealing itself when we are willing to open our spiritual eyes, see through the eyes of love, and reclaim our truth. And so in this moment, wherever you are in your own experience, I invite you just to take a deep breath into this now moment. And do your best to let go, surrender into the flow of that divine life that is breathing you, that is beating your heart, that is moving as you, through you, in this time and space experience. And if you can, open up to trusting that life, that it is on your side. It is here to help you awaken more fully and completely to who you truly are, without resistance to what is. And simply take a breath and rest in the moment. Rest in the now. Rest in the breath. Rest in the energy that is in this space that is holding you in love. And if you're not in this physical space, know that in spirit there is no space or time. If you're listening to this at some later date, know that you are held in love. If you are experiencing pain, any suffering at all, know that we are holding you in our hearts right here, right now, knowing your truth, holding that for you until you are ready and willing and able to receive it and know it for yourself. We know that you are love. You are love. And as we accept that, as we claim that, as we declare it, we know that it is so. And we give thanks for the knowing. We give thanks knowing that it is already so. And knowing that as we open to allow it to become, it does become a lived experience. And with a great sense of gratitude, gratefulness and gratitude, we join together and truly proclaim from the depth of our being together, and so it is. So as we prepare to take our offering, I want to invite our ushers to come forward. And as you prepare to give what you're going to give, reminder, if you have an opportunity to fill out your gratitude card, your gratitude giving card, please do that and put it in the basket. If not, that's fine as well. So as you're going to share, I invite you to hold that in your heart. Hold it in your hands if you're going to share this morning. And just feel that energy of gratitude flowing through you into that gift. Knowing that you share from love, we receive in love, and we are blessed in the giving and the receiving. And so it is.
It's a very happy day when there's only good things to say. When you feel all that you're doing takes you the way you should be moving. I've had my sad mind tell me what is and isn't mine, and forgotten all my truths, and happiness has been cut loose. Now all I see is me there, breaking free where I could surely be. All that was meant for me, and live my life carefree. Amazing grace has found its place in me, and faith, trusting love will always reign free in me. Yeah. Amazing grace has found a place to see the real and beauty me who listens selflessly. I'm learning by practice to push away those evil tactics and the things that creep in, that dirty the state I'm in, and leave myself clear and know that life is not to fear. When times are gray, they will surely lead to brighter days, and beauty has a secret way of making things all okay. Now all I see is me there, breaking free where I can surely be. All that was meant for me, and to live my life carefree. Amazing grace has found its place in me, and faith, trusting love will always reign free in me. Yeah, amazing grace has found a place to see the real and beauty me who listens selflessly. Lord knows the winding road just keeps you moving on, and those wings beaming show you the very meaning
Right.
That's some church.
Amazing Grace. You sing that song like you wrote it. Maybe, yeah. She did write that song. So let's take a breath. Yes, amazing grace has found its place in me, through me, as me. And so as we claim that, we know that we are that living energy of grace. And we are so grateful for these offerings this morning. We know that they are given as expressions of love, they are received in love, and they are shared in love. And we are so grateful. And let us proclaim together, and so it is.
Let's sing. Here we go. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let